Long ago, in a time when the world was still young, all animals lived in harmony. There was food for everyone, and no creature had to suffer from hunger. Among them was Vulture, a proud bird with bright feathers and a sharp beak. Vulture did not eat dead things then. Instead, it hunted like the eagles, swooping down to catch fresh prey. One year, the land changed. The rain stopped coming, and the rivers dried up. The trees lost their leaves, and the grass turned brown. The animals struggled to find food. Lions became weak, hyenas wandered in hunger, and even the mighty elephants felt their strength fading. The land was silent except for the cries of the starving. Vulture, like the others, searched desperately for food. It flew high in the sky, hoping to spot something to eat. But there was nothing. No small animals running, no fish in the rivers, no fruits on the trees. Each day, Vulture grew weaker. Its bright feathers lost their shine and its wings felt heavy. One evening, as the sun painted the sky with deep orange, Vulture saw something below, a fallen antelope, lifeless and still. Hunger clawed at Vulture's stomach, but it hesitated. No animal ate the dead. It was against the way of nature, but Vulture was weak. It could barely flap its wings anymore. Vulture landed beside the antelope and looked around. There were no hunters nearby, no signs of danger. The scent of the dead animal filled the air, making Vulture's stomach twist in pain. It took a deep breath, closed its eyes, and pecked at the flesh. The taste was strange, unlike anything it had eaten before. But as the food filled its belly, strength returned to its wings. That night, Vulture flew higher than it had in weeks. It felt alive again. It did not have to hunt, it did not have to fight. There was food waiting, forgotten by the others. The next day, Vulture found another fallen animal. This time, it did not hesitate. Hunger was stronger than pride. Days passed, and Vulture grew strong while the other animals weakened. The lions and hyenas, once powerful, could no longer hunt as before. The balance of the land had changed. The great sky god, who watched over all creatures, saw what was happening. He called upon Vulture and asked, "Why do you feast on the dead when others do not?" Vulture lowered its head. "I was starving, the land is dry, the rivers are empty. I had no choice." The sky god looked down upon the earth and saw the suffering of all creatures. Then he looked at Vulture and understood. "You have chosen a path no other dares to walk. You clean the land of what is left behind, and because of this, life can continue." Vulture listened carefully. The sky god continued, "From this day forward, you will not hunt like the eagles. You will not chase the weak or the slow. Instead, you will watch over the land and take only what has already been lost. You will be nature's keeper, making sure the earth does not rot with death." Vulture's heart was heavy, but it knew the truth in the sky god's words. It had found its place in the world. From that day, Vulture became the watcher of the skies, circling high above the earth. It no longer chased the living, but instead cleared the remains of those who had passed. And though the other animals looked at Vulture with both respect and sadness, they knew that without it, sickness and decay would spread across the land. Even today, when a vulture is seen gliding across the sky, it is not searching for prey. It is fulfilling its duty, ensuring the balance of life and death continues, just as it was meant to be.